Greetings and salutations. This is Pandora the Eclectic, also known as Pandora the Eclectic 1 on SoundCloud. And, well, I guess we'll be looking at a episode of Decoded. Joy.
James killed his ref 4 hybrid into Hard Knocks Canyon, where he confronted death again and again. But death would have to wait. He earned a man's gratitude and his shirt. The all-new Rev 4 hybrid. How far will you take it? Toyo, let's go places.
Pretty good.
They say imitation is the highest form of flattery. But what happens when it's not so flattering?
Well, a lot of times I've actually heard it be, not so much flattering. I guess technically now you're going to call it a cultural appropriation. So, yeah, thanks. Applying this to any race that hasn't, so. The culture, or whatever.
The more you learn about the world and the people in it, you quickly realize just how beautiful and diverse it is. So where's the line between cultural exchange, appreciation, and appropriation? And why does it even matter? Here are 7 myths about cultural appropriation.
I hate saying this, but Mike said my absolute sentiments exactly. But that's why we have this video anyways, now, isn't it? And Francesca.
Debunked. You're just looking for something to be offended by. It's just clothing, hairstyles, decorations, whatever. Don't you have something better to worry about? Okay, first off...
Yeah, Francesca, I can think of 1,000 things that black people should probably be more worried about than a bunch of white people taking their culture. Okay?
It's possible to care about more than one issue at a time. The main problem with cultural appropriation comes...
Yes, but there's a slight difference between caring about something someone does, like, I don't know, in this case, crying over spilled milk, as versus to a giant oil spill, okay?
From dominant groups borrowing from marginalized groups who face oppression or have been stigmatized for their cultural practices throughout history. Like cornrows. I mean, anyone can wear their hair in cornrows, but black people still face stigmas for wearing them along with perfectly natural hairstyles like braids and locks. There are even companies and schools that prohibit these natural hairstyles. People have actually been...
And I'm going to say, citation needed. Major.
Fired for wearing braids. Meanwhile, fashion models and...
Well, it depends on how she wore braids. I mean, the way you wear your braids right now doesn't bother me at all. But if a grown-ass black woman goes in with braids like that of, well, a little 5-year-old girl, I'm thinking something's up. Or, I don't know, maybe she's a prostitute, maybe something, I don't know. And it would probably be more of an issue for men, considering that's not a kind of a girl thing. We took that from them. So, yeah.
Celebs like Kylie Jenner get praised for wearing cornrows. And that's the main point. One group...
Where? I'm sorry, but I kind of... maybe I haven't seen any stories about it, but, here's the thing. She's a movie star versus a black person going in for a job and just, like, the average minimum wage kind of deal. So, she already has a job, which she cannot be just, instantly fired from. There may not be another Jennifer Aniston. There may be thousands of girls dressed like her, look like her, but can't act worth a damn like her. Okay? Which is pretty damn sad considering.
Is being penalized by institutions for wearing natural hairstyles, while the other is called edgy and stylish for doing the exact same thing. I'm doing it because I...
Well, maybe it's just me, but there are lots of black people who just want to get rid of a, quote-unquote stereotype that they're the ones with cornrows and the braids. and the white white people need to act more like us ghetto thing, and so they can understand our experiences. Yeah, yeah, whatever.
Think it's beautiful and exotic. I'm just showing appreciation for the culture. Look, it's great that you find enough.
Again, we demanded that, and you don't seem to care when someone else is, getting the basic shaft or anything about it.
Other groups' culture beautiful, but in order to show you truly love it, you need to have respect and understanding. Take, for example, tribal tattoos.
Why would you do something if you didn't appreciate it or like it? I mean, if you did not have to, okay? Eh, well, someone like you. Moving on.
The Maori of New Zealand have facial tattoos with deep family meaning and cultural significance. But fashion designer Jean-Paul Gaultier used the tattoos in ads to sell sunglasses. And that's a perfect example of cultural appropriation. No matter how much the design...
I have to only say one thing. What makes you think Africa doesn't have white people? There are white people who do, and happen to be living in all different parts of the world, just like there's lots of different black people in all different parts of the world. Okay? True, I think the climate doesn't fucking help, and it might be possible why don't see as many white people strive from Ireland, unless, their ancestry was slave, and, had something to do with slavery, or, they had a rich family that might visit there once in a while. I don't know why the hell you want to visit, but, because it's freaking cold. Well, especially this time of year. But, Francesca.
Designer liked the look, he stripped the tattoo of all of its cultural meaning just to sell a product. Now, if you really...
Oh, yeah, because he would have stolen all the meaning from those people and their families. No, sweetie, the meaning is still there. It's just that, unfortunately, it starts becoming a thing where, I don't know, for somebody else. I'm sorry, we've borrowed a lot of things from white people, like, I don't know, light bulbs, to warm our houses. I believe, I'm trying to think of other inventions. Oh, electricity, that was discovered by a white man. So, yeah, telephones. Well, actually, I'm not sure that was a white man or a black man. It might very quite well have been one, but you get my point. Okay. Planes. They're white. So, yeah.
appreciate something, you should respect it instead of assuming you can use it however you want. Well, I don't find it offensive, and I asked someone from that culture, and they said it was okay. Well, it's not your culture that's being disrespected, so sure, you don't find it offensive. And if you know someone from...
Okay, what part of that sentence did you not understand? I think it is the last part. They said it was okay, as in, this was an okay thing to do, this is not. They asked, if I was going to do it, what would be the appropriate way of doing it? It's basically, they want to make sure they're following customs because, well, there are certain things that, yeah, you're right, you shouldn't just wear because it might be actually offensive and you might get bum rushed by the wrong person. Sort of like a gang symbol thing. Oh, but yeah, I'm not supposed to associate those people with, that kind of thing. That's kind of what's going on.
In that background who doesn't mind your tattoo, costume, or whatever, that's cool. But remember that one person doesn't speak for all members of that community. Whatever.
Okay, then you can't get pissed off when someone and doesn't do... 1 minute, I gotta go get my tea. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, got my tea again. Let's get back into it.
Fashion, art, film, music always borrows from other sources. Plus, it doesn't hurt anyone. Sure, cultural exchange has been going on since the beginning of time. But exchange is mutual and needs to be done respectfully. A couple of years ago, Katy Perry did a geisha-themed performance with Japanese women dancing in the background. Not only was it super stereotypical, her outfit wasn't even from the right country. The Japanese American Citizens League said it best. The thoughtless costuming and dance routines by Katy Perry played carelessly with stereotypes in an attempt to create a Japanese aesthetic. And that kind of crushes...
Well, first of all, why do I have a feeling you probably got this from a source that wasn't correct? That... because social justice warriors, good grief. My attitude is she wants to wear the goddamn kimono, she can wear the kimono. She wants to wear all these things. That's her business. I don't really care. And, well, again, this stupid little word, stereotypes, wasn't really hurting anybody. Well, true, I might have pissed one or two people off, believe it or not. Yeah, I usually don't like it when someone messes with the consistency of things, but I could have also chosen not to watch it. And also, this is fucking Katy Perry. I mean, she did California Girls in like almost nothing, sweetie pie. So if you're trying to tell me that Katy Perry should be a problem, you got problems, okay? And I have a feeling we usually target her because she's not a feminist, right?
The idea that their appropriation is harmless. You're just trying to tell everyone what to think. Hello, thought police! Have you ever heard of...
Yeah, sweetie, you are. You're telling us how to live our lives. You are assimilating us into your idea of what culture should be. Okay, or into your SJW culture mentality, Why? Because either you don't like when people don't agree with you, or you hate diversity, one of the two, or at least thought diversity anyways. Yeah, I would hardly say what Katy Perry was doing was racist, because there are female geishas in, one that I know of who is white, so far. There might be more, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's not impossible for someone to do that.
The First Amendment? Nobody's telling you what to think, wear, or say. Marginalized people can't stop you from doing your thing, even if they want.
You sure, sweetie? You sure no one's telling me what to do? Then it means I can wear whatever I want. You see?
Wanted to. But if you think you have the right to use any cultural tradition just cause, that's where you get into oppressive territory. And if you genuinely don't care if someone is hurt by your appropriation, that's just crappy. So because I'm...
Or basically doing what people shouldn't do. Not give a fuck. I mean, seriously, you may not like the fact I'm doing it, but, I don't see you up here on a television show, doing it, and taking that kind of judgment. I just see you throwing the judgment in someone else's face. That's what I see. Anyways.
White, I'm automatically racist. And if I wear this clothing, I'm even more racist. This isn't about beating up on white people. Anyone can appropriate elements of marginalized cultures.
Well, so far, sweetie, you've only evidenced white people. Okay? I don't see anyone getting pissed off when a black man wears a Native American, war bonnet. I don't see any Native Americans Asian getting themselves bent out of shape when a Hispanic mocks their culture. Tons of jokes probably being made from their perspective. I mean, look, no offense to Hispanic people, but you do someone who would be slightly passing for Asian, maybe? Just saying. Slightly. Some do, some don't. Like Lopez, George Lopez happens to be Chicano. But, there's lots of things that are appropriated from other cultures that, by the way, other people of another race do to other races, but we don't get bent out of shape over it. That as much as when a white person does it.
Heck, Pharrell even made the mistake of wearing a Native American headdress on the cover of Elle magazine. And after getting some much-deserved flack, he actually issued an apology. If Chinese people wear blue jeans, aren't they appropriate?
Only one so far, right? Just one.
Appropriating my culture? Or what about black girls wearing blonde weaves? Or how about speaking English? Okay, this is a tough one. Assimilation and appropriation aren't the same thing.
Yeah, they fucking are, you idiot.
Marginalized people conforming to standards set by dominant, or in this case, Western cultures, is often a means of survival. When your cultural heritage is looked...
No. Oh, yeah, isn't for survival. Oh. Huh. It's just called getting to know that culture. You know, that's it. Assimilating maybe to someone else's culture. Yeah, it could be seen as a way to, protect yourself and whatnot. But again, isn't that trying to keep yourself edgy and cool? That you're not a problem, you're not going to offend anybody? See?
Down on, often people change or hide things about themselves in order to be accepted by majority culture. For example, there are schools where students have been punished or even suspended for speaking Spanish or indigenous languages. So there are people who are literally being...
Okay, I hate to say this, but citation needed where? I've heard worse, people be put in jail for worse. Okay? Like, I don't know, there was a story about a kid farting in class and got in trouble. I don't know what part of class it was, I don't know what school it was, but yeah, I've heard stories like that, so.
Forced to assimilate or else. So it's not really a fair comparison. So you're saying I should never enjoy another culture? That's not fair. Not at all. For example, say you're invited to an Indian wedding and you're not Indian, wearing a traditional sari.
No, I wore sari, you idiot, to a wedding for my cousins. This is, I'm not gonna say her name, but, first. But, one of my cousins' weddings. So, let's see. What else was I gonna say? Oh, yeah, it kinda is sweet, because if I can't wear it because I actually enjoy it and only can wear it because I want to survive, then I'm sorry, doesn't this make social justice warriors come off as a little, scary? And, you're trying to change society for the better in this case. Actually, and that if you let people actually appropriate someone else's culture without having to worry about, being judged, it would be nice. Oh, but then you're going to say it's already being done. No, it's not. Idiot.
You're getting henna would be a great example of cultural exchange. You're being invited to participate and enjoy the culture instead of just picking and choosing parts of it for yourself. You can also travel, take cooking classes, read books, listen to music.
Okay, so from a culture that probably doesn't even wear that shit anymore anyways, I'm picking and choosing now whenever I'm wearing their outfits. Okay, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. On the basis of, this is not a religion, you idiot. Okay, it's not a religion. Fucking ass religion, Where, yeah, you better follow that book bit by bit, or forget about it. Well, in cultural, this sort of thing, there's some things that people don't even wear or have anything to do with, believe it or not. They only follow their culture's ideals. It's an ancient thing that nobody does anymore, and I personally the white people can do it if they want to. Such as twerking. I can still say, yeah, Miley can twerk her ass from sun to sundown. A white man can do it. Anyone else can do it. But why is it so important to me? That's what I gotta do. Why is it so important to black people?
And visit museums if you really want to learn about and enjoy other cultures. Here's the thing. Cultural appropriation is about a privileged group misrepresenting and disrespecting marginalized cultures. The originators rarely get credit, but always deal with the consequences.
Well, here's the thing. Do you or do you not eat a lot of things with peanuts? Well, that was created by a black man, and I don't see you getting bent out of shape over that. Let's see, another. Oh, didn't Brock, well not Brock, let's see, I'm trying to think of other things that have been appropriated from black cultures. Oh, well, jazz is for music that anyone, well, not just anyone, but a lot of people take and make different versions of. But I don't see anyone getting bent out of that, bent out of shape over that. I do hear people getting pissed over, rap music, even though I probably make that argument that there's a difference between copyright and taking someone's idea. It's copyrighted, he has 2,000 songs on the beats, and if someone does, then he can get royalties. I think it's the stupidest thing, but, you create something, make it, there you go. But it's also trying to say, well, I created it, therefore it's mine. My attitude is, I think that's kind of racist on the basis of, I kind of feel like I didn't come up with this. My generation and our generation in general are about as farthest removed from the generation that created the idea of making peanuts, from that one person. Same with about 20 years from now, I'll be saying the same to my kids, saying the same to white, people who are white rising, saying about Facebook, stuff like that. But no, again, we don't usually use that without blinking our eyes, now do we?
The goal isn't to shame you out of wearing or enjoying certain things, but listening to the people from the culture you're interested in shows you have a genuine love, respect, and understanding for something that's not your own. So what are some misconceptions?
Okay, so if I bought it at a store and paid good money, I'm supposed to, I don't know, not buy it because of that reason, because it's not mine. Okay? I pay the money, or heck, I may actually have some heritage, but I'm still not, something enough to fit. You idiot. Anyways.
You've heard about cultural appropriation, or maybe you had some misunderstandings yourself. Tell us in the comments below, and we'll see you next week here on Decoded. In our last vlog...
yeah, no offense, but I think we can make the argument, well, now it's over. I have a lot of questions about and towards cultural fucking appropriation. And a lot of them are, why do we even have this nonsense in the first fucking place? And could, just for once, everyone just do what you want to do and quit worried about someone else's issues. Anyways, I guess that's it. That's all I gotta say. This is Pandora the Eclectic telling you all to keep it frosty, and Francesca, shut up.